Hey everyone, it's your boy Juju here to bring you another game review. Now I know it's been a long time since I've actually done a game review, but it's here now. Yay! Yeah, I apologize for that, guys. It's just that, it took me a while to make what with all the other videos and just life. But now that it's finally here, we can finally review this culturally inspired and beautiful game. It's quite boring. Roll credits. Nah, I kid. But seriously, this game does have some problems that we're going to look into right now, so then you can make a decision afterwards. So let's dive right into Never Alone. Never Alone is an indie game developed by Upper One Games, detailing the hardships of a young Alaskan indigenous Inupiaq, hope I pronounced that right, tribe girl named Nuna. She goes on a perilous journey through the frozen tundra to discover why her village was being hit with mysteriously frequent blizzards. Along the way, she becomes friends with a snow fox after it saves her life from a slightly disgruntled polar bear looking to party and maybe snatch the girl up for some din-dins. The two find their way back to the girl's village to find it completely in ruins, set on fire by some ugly asshole with the power to shoot fire from his hands. The girl meets a strange spirit owl guy who gives her a pair of magical bolas that possess the ability to break through thick ice and wake up benevolent spirits that help them on their journey. Unfortunately, the bad guy wants the pair of bolas, of course, for no adequately explained reason, so now the girl and her fox must escape from him as they travel to find the source of the storms. The game might not be all that long, but it still had enough time to get on my nerves. You see, this game is definitely meant to be played by two people, because playing through this solo takes a level of patience of which I am not equipped. You control both the girl and Miles Prower over here to work together to get past obstacles to solve puzzle platforming. Fun stuff. I say work together, but for the most part, it's mostly make the fox do everything and help the little girl follow since the spirits only react to little Foxy. The gameplay can be quite tedious at times, with just holding the control stick right and occasionally jumping over some easy-to-traverse pits with little treacherous repercussions for missing said jumps. In fact, you often respawn pretty close to the place you died, so there's not much risk. In other words, this game can be pretty boring throughout. So now let's talk about some of the more glaring gameplay problems. While playing solo, the game doesn't flow very well when you have to constantly switch between the two characters to make basic jumps. Of course, you don't necessarily have to control both characters simultaneously. It would be in your best interest to, though, considering that the one you are not controlling may find it fit to straight up kill themselves. As you control one, the other will follow, as best they can at least, missing jumps and falling down bottomless chasms or running into enemies and obstacles and getting insta-killed because you die in one hit. Yep, that's right. If the character you aren't controlling fucks up somehow, you still have to start over at the last checkpoint. At the very least, there's no outdated live system to hold you back, so dying isn't too damning. Still a pain in the ass, though. Also, sometimes you might miss a jump or two, because the animation of halting movement is kinda slow, making the controls sorta slippery at the edges of the platforms and cliffs. Which makes sense given the setting, but come on, throughout the entire game? Everything's gotta be the damn ice level? Jeez. And that just makes maneuvering through the air a bit more difficult, as you're expected to buy an engagement ring for your jump arcs before you can just move or jump in the opposite direction. You have to slow down and turn around, which makes you feel quite stiff. Another problem is how the bolas work. You use the right analog stick to both aim and throw them in the direction you want. So if you want to throw them up and to the right, you have to pull the stick down and to the left and then push it up and to the right all the way. Doing it this way is a real easy way to miss, which you don't have much time for in the chase scenes that are in this game. Oh boy, it's time to talk about some glitches! If the girl doesn't necessarily grab the edge of something while trying to make a jump, she may get caught on the edge floating in midair for a bit, defying the laws of physics. Then after a few seconds, she will be shot straight down, which in most scenarios usually has her rocketing into a bottomless pit. Enjoy! With all that's bad with this game, there are fortunately a few good aspects. Not game-saving aspects, but good ones. The soundtrack and art direction are quite beautiful. The music is very atmospheric and calming, and the concept of the game is very inspired, and it's amazing that all of them were developed from a short story told by an Inupiaq, hope I pronounced that right again, which is made even more evident as you hear the narrator of the story depicting the events as they happen on occasion, speaking in his native tongue as he does it. The short story is pretty interesting from an art standpoint, and there are some genuine powerful moments near the end of the game. In addition to experiencing the culture of the little girl throughout the story, you can really tell the developers want you to learn something by allowing you to earn short clips of a documentary depicting the culture. But it doesn't make up for less than optimal gameplay mechanics. This game was more frustrating to play than it was fun my first playthrough, and was just boring going through some of it again to get the gameplay footage. And this may make me some kind of uncultured swine, but I really didn't pick up this game to learn about small cultures. At the very least, allow me to have some fun while I do it. That being said, however, I am perhaps being a bit harsh. There's definitely content for some people to enjoy. It's just a shame that you have to play through a flawed game in order to see it. That's why I give Never Alone a 5.5 out of 10. Give it a pass and go do something productive. Read a book or something! Hey guys, thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to Bushi Gaming for more Let's Plays, reviews, and more. Go ahead and like the video if you dig it, and share with all your friends. Before you go though, we here at Bushi Gaming would like to know what kind of animal companion you'd bring with you on an adventure. Make sure to give us his name and why you chose it, leave it in the comment section below. Or not, I mean I can't tell you how to live your life. It's probably more engaging than mine though. I'm sure you're super interesting. I'd be friends with you if I could, interact with you through the screen. I'd be your friend. If you'd let me, maybe we'd go on an adventure. Keep your weekend open. What? But if you really want to see, or rather hear what I mean, I'm just going to shut up and show you some awesome gameplay footage.